Yo, check this out. This is Wayne Wonder, representing for Warrior LTV. You see the vision, don't it? See the vision. Warrior LTV. Keep it locked.
No, I'm gonna tell you. We, as bloggers, these are the issues that we need to address. You understand what I said? Set the bar for the youth. Share, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned to the channel. I don't know all this. Check. Yes, I. Greetings once again in the mighty name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I the First. And all things good and wonderful amongst us. See? Welcome viewers and subscribers. Viewers, if you like the content, subscribe and make a good platform. You know, see it, you don't know. See? We give thanks for that. Now, we're going to explore a bit of distressing experience for a younger black youth in Britain. You know, see it. Big up yourself, Kapow. See? Subscriber name Kapow, where, you know, mention, because you want no, try no style. Anyway, you see, in Britain, it's a difference with Britain and America is that Britain racism is more subtle. See? You will pass a racist on the road, them smile with you and wave to you and thing like that, and you don't know. See? Because it's like a concept, a mentality where the British adopt, whereby actions speak louder than words type thing. You get what I say? So them know words sound not just hurt your spirit, but them not just want to hurt your spirit or insult you. Them want to affect you physically, literally, your day-to-day life. Them want to upset that. This is how racism is mainly administered in Britain. So a lot of people will see it and come across it, experience it, and are racist people and don't even know. You live with one next door to you and things like that and don't even know you, and them share things and you don't know. See? Now, yeah, other than that, now you have a thing we name implicit bias. See, where because the way you were brought up and the things and where you learn and how you were, you know what I say, them things that make you grow with a certain characterization, expectation, or, you know, how you view people are, you know, you know, see it. So it also influences the way you treat them and things like that, because you already have a preconception of the person's characteristics. You get me? You bungle them in a nutshell because of the action of one or the action of a particular group from the race or something like that. And you blame everybody for that. In our case, it was different. Every ills were, you know, including narrative and things like that were orchestrated and organized by a state organization, organized them. So it's more embedded and you know, it's like it's got a longer life. It's not a, you know, it's not immortal, you know. We don't put it there, so because we know better, you know, see it, but it's got that incentive to its constants, to maintain its constants, because it incentivizes and strokes the human nature to think that he's got somebody that is better than, regardless of the circumstance that he's going through. You get me? So that's how we do with that. Seeing, and like we say in Britain, it's wickeder. Well, yeah, because at least you know where not to go. When you're in America, you know who not to say hi to, or you know who not to, you know, it's highly hypocritical in Britain. You see it, and then now the British public has taken on this authority to be the God-given definers, are people who put definition the God-given ones who put definition to terminologies, then, and its seriousness or effectiveness or anything like that. It's just the way how the British think when you observe it, because again, they blatantly tell you that that wasn't racist, as if they had experience any whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, to put it to context. So we have a little story here go on, we talk a long while still, but we have a little argument, big total disrespect to the community, to humanity, and to civility as theorized today in a modern Britain. You know, see it. So I'm going to read some of the thing we're going on with the youth, and we can make you listen to the article too. You know, see it. So as called to how the males set up them online services these days. So I can read before I stretch it out too long. School closes on health and safety grounds after boy 11 lost his finger when he got caught in fence fleeing bullies. As well-wishers raised $95,000 to help his recovery. As well-wishers raised $95,000. Listen, we should have said, as police investigate, as the assailants remain in custody, while the police investigate the thing. That's what should have been written there. When I tell about the 94,000 where him deserve far more than that for lose a finger and that. This is how implicit racism applies itself in our process day to day and affect white youths and white people by simplifying and taking away the compassion from the way how they structure our suffering. You see, put the icing upon the cake and add the $95,000 just to say, them alright, cause them get something there so we can alright, them comfortable. Alright, this was the intent. This is the whole behind the whole thing, 94,000. We don't care nothing about the oppressor them. You know see, because they were just wayward kids who were being idle. You know see. A school has been closed today over health and safety concern after a schoolboy has lost his finger escaping from bullies. And I tell you, play with my people, let me know. Yeah, man. When I feel like somebody there a ball and then on a newspaper, on a TV, I talk about Funo, picnic them, where them do my one. After me know a uno intentionally breed that and faster. That attitude. Eh? You think me gonna listen to Uno come talk about, oh, I'm sorry, we don't know. Hey, boy, you get your reward in a Rasta. Don't feel like saying I get a Jamaican reward in your bumper hole. That me I tell you. Come talk about 94,000 like that can repair any form of damage. If the shoes was on the other foot at 94 million, Uno would have collect by now. And it still wouldn't be sufficient enough when I still have the page open and I still have, education chief shut the campus after Rahiem, Bailey 11, had 6 hours of surgery on his injured hand when he tried to flee bullies and got his finger caught in a fence. The youngster had complained about pupils being mean to him after starting at 1 to... The youngster had a complaint about pupils being mean to him after starting at 1,600 pupil arbitrary learning community in Gwen. This them never write that. They never want nobody to understand the emotion or grasp the emotion or really a statement. Because listen to how it's written. The youngster had complained about pupils being meant to him. It should have been mean. You understand? You lose the whole onus, the whole thing there, so you have to stop and consider and go back. Them last you. After starting at 1,000. What the fuck what that mean? Eh? Implicit bias and racism as And them little tactics that them use to diminish, take the soul out of any representation regarding black people Rasta. And you know what I play the record and how them read it for themselves, or to one another for the eye them. The school just today closed all of its campuses on health and safety grounds while an investigation takes place. In a statement, Blair New Gwent County Borough Council said, Arbortillery Learning Community is working with Gwent Police in relation to an ongoing investigation into an allegation an alleged assault on the secondary campus. All campuses of Arbortillery Learning Community will be closed tomorrow on health and safety grounds. Learner will access blended learning for Monday, 23rd of May. The safety and well-being of learners and staff remain of paramount importance to the learning community and the local authorities at all times. No, that no black community no big and strong over there, so them there in enough there is no threat to them safety. So me no understand what that mean either. You see, the closure come after Rahiem called his mother Chantal Bailey screaming in pain before being taken to hospital. Although you know what we live that. Mother of four, Miss Bailey said, on Tuesday morning break time, Rahiem was attacked and beaten by a group of children while in school. He was pushed to the ground and then repeatedly kicked. He made a desperate attempt to leave the school ground in order to escape the situation, but caught his finger. I received a phone call from Rahiem and then the school informed me of the incident. I'm trying to climb a fence and escape. Rahiem broke his finger. In trying to climb a fence and escape, Rahiem broke his finger. He underwent 6 hours of surgery, but it had to be amputated. Rahiem was taken to a hospital 50 miles away in Swansea, but doctors were unable to save his finger. His heartbroken mother said her son had suffered racial and physical abuse since starting at the school last September. She has now raised more than $94,000 via GoFundMe for a prosthetic finger and to help Rahiem on the road to recover. Miss Bailey said she was truly grateful to the generosity shown by so many towards Rahiem. She said the kind messages had boosted the spirit of the young boy who she said is still occasionally feeling very down because of the bullying he has received. Miss Bailey said yesterday it is difficult as a mom having to tell your child that people might not like you because of your skin, not because you are mean, not because you are horrible, but just because of the skin he was born in. Today in a Britain, people pick me. People when a racist, non-racist pick me. Non-racist people where grow them pick me in them house just turn out racist. You know see. Because the likelihood of finding a racist man, blatant racist person in Britain is like finding a needle in a haystack. Now, I'm not saying majority of the population is. Yeah? Is. I'm not saying there isn't any. But it's if you find and identify one of them Rasta, me I tell you, the boy them is one of the biggest secret weapon over here. Yeah. And when people talk about America, this American them blatant and just out of order and just you see them boy them boy wait till them go work. Them apply it with at full force. You know see it. You know see it. Having to tell your child in a this day in a Britain you're not supposed in a nowhere in the world as a matter of fact. The whole time he was telling me, I'm sorry, mommy. I couldn't stay there. Like, why does no one like me? Miss Bailey said. These are things that my child, while being in pain, is constantly having to ask me, mommy, why does no one like me? Like, why? Why did they pick on me? Race Council Simu Chief Executive Professor Ozo Iwobi is calling for more to be done to tackle racism in school. Yes! Not just in school. Consequence Rasta for the parents them. We sit back and I laugh and I smile with them, picking and pat him on him shoulder when him come home now for do things like this because at this time raise him for. I not sit on one side and go like bomb buckler. No. That's why I never do nothing. I say nothing about that story because be a pussy clot some people for hear regarding this rasta. You know see it? And I'm not I alone. You know see it? And everybody just take it like another day like the little girl with them physically abused and emotionally abused in London the other day. Members of the authority do that. Police in London do that. To child Q. You know, see it. And come back now, this very same thing happen. I mean, because there is no consequence for when children are anybody. Nobody. There is no association or there is nothing regarding that person from the community, from the country. Access to everything is still available, Rasta. You know, see it? It's even more complimented. It's even more recognized. I want to know. I fool in the take over. Anything need to be done. Consequence needed to be set, put forward for these. If there is no, you know, go fuck off with no blood clot argument, you know, like so, no sorry or no concern about man. Fuck off with that. I fool in the take me before. You know, see it? I am absolutely disappointed, disgusted, and outraged that this is the experience of black children in Wales, she said. I feel nothing has improved. Nothing improved. You feel the way you feel. You feel like you don't know. Like you know there. All of them representation in the Rasta make the thing look soft. You there talking baited breath, but I feel. Oh, you feel, I feel. And you're alive and you stand up and watch and I experience it. Little boy finger, another finger upon him little hand. 11-year-old picnic. What more you want where you feel about? You're blind, you're supposed to be in a position that then Rasta. You know, you know, finish with this and done with this. God, Mr. Man, so when things happen to black people, that's why I'm not to daily come on there like a lamentation. I don't want to inspire a lamentation, you know. I want to take on a boy and hurt me. I'm there talk about it like say, you hurt me. Oh, you hurt me, I know. I don't mind nature that Rasta. You see it? That's why I'm not too. This boy could have lost his life trying to get away. The question I want to ask every teacher and local education authority is, when will Black Lives Matter? This boy will have 4 fingers for the rest of his life. His life is now marked by a racist incident and all he did was go to school. Boxer Anthony Joshua and footballer Jadon Sancho are among those who have sent messages of support to Rahiem since the incident is claimed to have taken place and gained national attention. Football manager Chris Harton, pundit Gary Neville, and Olympic BMX biker Kai White have also contacted Rahiem to wish him well. US basketballer Gerald Green, who forged a hugely successful career with 9 fingers, have even set up a call to speak to Rahiem directly. Education Secretary Nadine Zahawi is a man that, by the way, Rahiem Zahawi called the incident sickening when speaking to Sophie Rich on Sky News yesterday. You know, politician, Superintendent Vicky Townsend of Gwen Police said, our officers are supporting and liaising closely with the family of the young boy who, when leaving the school grounds following the reported incident, received a serious injury to his hand as a result of it being caught in a fence. Since we received this report on Wednesday, 18th of May, there has been significant interest and coverage of this. I would urge people to think about the impact their social media posts and commentary could have on those affected as the police investigation continue. We don't talk about Rahiem, you know. No social media. I want to just insult this. Mr. Me no fuck with them thing, Rasta. Because the narrative where them use is just more inflaming than anything else. You know, see it? Who it affect? How people concerned now are going to affect the victim more. And the victim it affect, you make sure it never specifies that the victim not talk about people concerned. That means that the boy them will chase him. You know why them get feel intimidated and afraid for walk road when people start pour out them indignation on social media. Them not protect with that one. Yo, Rasta, can I just read this straight and just done? See, Jano Star, Jano. We are working closely with the school and officers continue. The reason why it's nice to read them articles is that you get different perspective are how the institutions concerned look at it. You see how politicians look at it. Like, we need change, other them for do change. See? Police I say to protect the parties involved, I generalize like say, well, and we the public, everybody else don't still supposed to have some level of compassion for the racism, the ignorant bigotry what still exists. So parents are teach them pick the figure school to perpetrate. We have no tolerance to them, no space for them there in us today. You can't always have that bumbuckler. See it? We don't want to have that. Let's keep it a simple mercy. I want to try instruct we, but how we demonstrate our passion, our pain. No, what? The Welsh government said we condemn bullying and racial harassment in any form and expect allegations and incidents of bullying and racism to be fully investigated by schools, with appropriate action taken to address the matter and prevent further instances from happening. Anyone with any information regarding the incident is asked to contact police. Now, the thing about all of this is that that's all we keep doing. Regurgitating the narrative where them put cross for characterize our pain. While all is said and when every action and everything when we see it's just laughable. See, to me, it's like, a group of people is like, this is bragging, there is no solution, you still show compassion equally to the perpetrators and the victim. See, it's like an incident like this should be condemned from, many institutions, all of the institutions that were involved. See, the school board, the child services, because the child services should be on top of them thing where a school is gonna find himself compelled to report incidents of bullying to child services. See, and child services now is gonna have the authority to act, legally regarding the setup. See, because these are children we're dealing with same way. See, and through school, I bet if the child had come to school with some welts and scars on him body, them calling child services, but these emotional scars now. See, where you see a child come and I'm bigoted towards a child from another race, you don't call in child services in this instance. Say, for instance, you never saw, you haven't witnessed such an incident. However, it has been reported to you by a victim or an alleged victim. See, and what? You're calling child service to come investigate this issue with intricate psychological techniques that the school or teachers might not be equipped with. Isn't this affordable? Isn't this to this level? You have spent more resources into other less important aspects of social development, growth, and community development. See, yet an issue as important as a race of people who was brutalized. A race of people who was brutalized solely for the purpose of free labor to develop the society into the world power that it is today, whom has found themselves to be righteous all of a sudden and realize these things were wrong, and it's demanding that members of this community set aside this history and move on, even while they are facilitating and they are influencing the bigoted structure within the opposing group or within the abusive group that had meted this abuse out on a people for developing their state. No. It's imperative, because nothing has ever been done, Rasta. None of the strategies or application has ever been utilized to I that has been used amongst other groups to further redevelop them self-esteem, self-confidence, and humanity. You see, yet still when we get our abuse, we're expected to act and appropriate ourselves with the same standings that, people with less experience or people who are less susceptible do. Anyway, I'm not dry it out no longer, cause more there than grasp where I want to deal with still. That's the emotion there, see, regarding the subject. And I give thanks. I like me I say for John, and I give thanks. Share, like, and subscribe, Rastafari.